go that way.
Look at all those.
Yeah.
All right, people, we are here at Circuit of the Americas, Freerider 1959, Ginja NingerMan, Ride to Victory, and we just got through inspection. We passed, our bikes passed. Are we ready? Are we ready for this?
Oh yeah, we sure are. We're ready.
This is a beautiful thing and a beautiful day. It's going to be a sunny day. It's going to be hot asphalt and sticky tires. Yes! Yes!
Ceremonies will be Dave Wonders himself. That's right, he will be giving you some very fresh and pertinent information regarding how the track day will proceed, as well as another couple of good nuggets. So please, everybody, head over to 201.
Level 1 Ride Smart class already. Okay, you guys think.
Now, when you're old like me, you've got to take that seriously. Who's older than 65 here? Okay. You had a hard life, man.
We just finished up session 4. We're breaking for lunch now, and just kind of got this canopy set up so we can kind of relax in the shade. There's a light breeze blowing right now. Thanks Nick Kakowski and family for letting us borrow this nice canopy. Got it sitting low, so that way it provides a little more shade. It's not going to stand up, but whatever. Anyway, session 4. I guess I should break down the sessions. Session 1 is a round robin. You follow the instructor for a lap, and then you just drop back. The person behind the instructor drops back to the end. You keep doing that until everybody gets to follow the instructor. Second go was what was that? I ended up doing the instructor. I've done the instructor based on each one, where I wear a jersey and I follow. We follow the instructor for one lap, and then we drop back, and he drops back and follows us and videos us. First one went really well. It was the third one to go, so I pretty much knew all the ways to go. So the instructor said I was taking really good lines. The second session, or the third session, I should say, the third session was a little bit strange. They kind of rushed us, so we didn't all get out at the time that we needed to get out. So me and the other dude that was doing the instructor session sat there for a minute, and then we went on the track because he had apparently already left because we were all running behind. So we just basically an open session is what that was. And then we just finished up another session, and I did the same thing. This time I was able to actually be with the correct instructor and get the video and ride, and that went really well. And he gave me a little more feedback. He was saying that I didn't I wasn't like I was still looking at the apexes of the turn, where I need to start focusing on down the track. So, and he's completely right about that. And so we're about the halfway mark now, and we've got I think 2 or 3 more sessions this afternoon. I'm gonna sit out one of them, and I'm just gonna record video. My son's with me, and he took some video, and I'll show you some of that here too. But he doesn't have the steady hand, and he doesn't have the
so many motorcycles.
The eye, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And if you guys are wondering, the bikes you're looking at right there, this Triumph, that's Ride to Victories. That's the one that made it out to the SoCal Motovlog meetup, and from Austin to San Diego and back. So that's like 3,000 miles he sat on that little seat there. And then that is Freerider 1959's bike. He's not as tall as the rest of us, so his bike sits a little bit lower. But these are both fantastic guys. Ride Smart puts on a fantastic program here. Very family oriented. I've got my 9-year-old with me, and he's having a good time. He can't break to all of the places that we can go, so he gets a little bit bored when we get out and ride, but otherwise he enjoys. He's having a good time. Well, here we are, finally, guys. I know I've teased this for 3 weeks now. This is me riding Circuit of the Americas. The little camera on the bottom right there is the instructor. He's following me, and he gives me feedback based on what he sees on me riding. That right there is just is fantastic. It really helps you as to what to expect and how to improve your rides. Now, going into track day, I didn't know what to expect. I kind of thought they were just going to throw me to the wolves and it was full blast all day, every time you go out. But it's not like that at all. Before you even get into any meetings or instruction, they go over your gear, your bike, to make sure everything's up to specs. Because they don't want anybody getting hurt. They don't want anybody's bike breaking down. They don't want, people to ruin track day for themselves or anyone else. So they're very thorough. You go through a mandatory meeting, everybody sits in, you learn what's to be expected, what you can and cannot do, and then you go into your instructions, your classroom settings, and your instructors cover 2-3 topics each session. Then you go out and ride with those topics in mind. It's very thorough, it's very easy to understand. You start out going 50%, then they increase you to 60, 70, 75% of your skills, and then in the afternoon it's whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with. To be honest, the worst part of track day for me is getting behind people that don't corner correctly. And I'm not saying I'm great at cornering. If you watch this video, you see I make a lot of mistakes. But the one thing that I just couldn't, it messes up the lines. And so I can really relate to the guys who actually race. I kind of envy them, actually, because they all go as fast as they can. They take the lines as perfect as they can. I mean, they told us that most of the MotoGP guys vary less than 6 inches on their line every lap. My final thoughts on track day is, man, you got to do it. A lot of people balk at the $400 price tag for Circuit of the Americas, and that's just Circuit of the Americas. That's what Circuit of the Americas charges Ride Smart. I mean, because if you go to Ride Smart tracks other places, it's only $160, I think. In fact, Harris Hill here in San Marcos, I think, is $150 for a track day. But you're also on one of the premier tracks in the world, not just some local track that is in decent shape. You're on the best track in the world, the newest track in the world, basically. And the instruction you get out of it will help you not only on the track, but when you get off too. You know how to sit, you know how to ride, you know what to look for, you know how to ride, basically. And the last session or two in the afternoons are specifically geared towards not riding the street like you do the track, being aware of what to look for. So all in all, I had a blast. I learned a lot. I met a lot of great people, saw a lot of great bikes. The track bug bit me. I want to go back. Not just to ride Circuit of the Americas, but to continue to get that instruction, to be able to ride at a higher level. Lastly, before I wrap this video up, I want you guys, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, feel free to put them down below. I'll get back to you and give you the best answer that I have, whether it's over track day itself, Circuit of the Americas, or Ride Smart. I'll answer or point you in the right direction. Dave Wonders is the guy that heads up Ride Smart. He is a fantastic man. He does everything he can to ensure that everybody gets the most out of their track day. And I know I definitely didn't cover everything involved. So yeah, leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.